Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play No Man's Sky Permadeath Edition. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 38. It's in the middle of doing a little trading. And then we're at this trade station, and when you log out of a trade station and log back in, it appears it puts your ship on the ground. Not quite sure why that is. And the other ships are coming in hot, so I'm going to try to get mine on the ramp here. Alright. Wasn't accounted for. That's a big guy over there. What is that? B-29, though. He's not that big. I thought you'd be bigger. Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway. Oh, and there's a traveler here. Well, before I do too much more, I should get his place of interest. Where did his signal come from? It's right there, not too far away, actually, so that's great. So we can do some trading. We'll buy items first, and this is just me still doing trading, still trying to build up money, because I've had amazing luck in this game seeing ships that I would love to own and not having the money to own. It's hard to buy a new ship that's 102 million credits when you don't have that kind of money. That ship right here is a B-29. It's surprising it doesn't have that many slots, but since it's got the pontoons on the side, that thing has the potential to have a ton of slots. I really wish this thing would throw you up a little higher before engaging the engines. Alright, let's go see this guy. Oh, what do we have down here? What do we have down here? I saw something. It must be like right over it. Let's turn around. Am I imagining things? No, I'm not. There it is. Oh, so it's just a minor settlement? Wow. Well, okay. I don't really need to do anything there. There's probably 20 to 50 nanites that are there worth getting, which is reason enough to land there and give it a look. But we're gonna do it this way. Let's see, where's his grave? Right there. Reminds me, what I should do is find a spot with a really good copper mine like that, or something else, indium or anything else that converts really well to chromatic metal, and put some autonomous mining units on them. But we don't actually own that tech yet, do we? Oh, we do. I know how to do that. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to look for that. That's gonna have to be a project here pretty soon. What are you guys? Processes dirt. There's this little hop along Cassidy thing here with the tusks. It's like a tusk rabbit. Alright, let's get this. Viking cannot be stopped through conventional berserk, are not born, but appear as if from thin berserk. Okay. It is the planet that generates them. Oh. Fallen Traveler's gave his mind. He's talking about that. Anomalies, I'm sure. Leave the Fallen Traveler in peace, and I have half the glyphs. Okay. Alright then, let's go trade. Oh, not enough fuel. And you're not very efficient launch thruster. In that case, we'll get out of town. Alright, where are we going next? What adventure awaits us here? We are in a cyan system. We need to find a red one. Generally, in this direction is how I would prefer to do it. Satisfactory, satisfactory, develop. Adequate. Blank. Advanced. Ooh, there's an advanced one right there. Well, thank you. Thank you for making my job easy. I hope it's become apparent over the course of this series that fixed permanent loops, the way Zane has it stated in his guide, using beacons so you can quickly find trade stations, is not the most optimal approach as far as the benefits of so many other things, including getting to other planets and finding new things to do. What's this? This is an interesting system. It's very orange, and all these planets look viridescent planet. It was funny, someone in the comments said that the planets are pronounced verdant, not verdant. I don't know what the difference is. I'm not very good at understanding pronunciations, even though I am a native English speaker who grew up in this country. But it reminded me of Hermione Granger. It's Leviosa. It just cracked me up. I was like, trying to correct my pronunciation of words is going to be a difficult task. It's going to be a challenge. Even after I hear things, I can still mess them up. And I'll tell you a funny story about that. I was dating a woman very briefly whose name was... oh, wow, look, hold on. I'm going to delay my story for a second. There's two pontoon ships here. And one is a C-32 and one is a B-32. I don't like this really long pointy nose, but... and I'm not fond of those side fins, but that's pretty awesome. Two pontoon ships. Two pontoon fighters. Shut up. Pontoon fighters are, of course, the only way that you can get max slots on a fighter. Without mods, of course. At any rate, get back to telling the story I was on. I was dating a woman whose name was Kara, but in my mind, I would see her name spelled, and I always thought it was Kara, and I kept calling her that, and I felt like the biggest buffoon in the world. I just felt horrible that I kept mispronouncing her name so badly each time, and it's because I'm just an idiot with pronunciations. Once I glom onto a pronunciation of something, I'm really stuck on it. And another good example of that. Oh, we're gonna have to go a little ways this time. We might go visit the verdant planet, viridescent one. It's a dead world. Okay. Another great example of me not being able to pronounce names is a long time ago when I was playing the first EverQuest. I created a Dark Elf Shadow Knight female character, and that became my main for 5 years in the game, by the way. She was incredibly awesome. And I called her Shara, and I spelled it S-H-A-R-A. Well, then later on in my real life, I met a woman who spelled her name that way, but she pronounced it Shara. And to this day, I still want to call her Shara. I cannot pronounce it correctly because apparently my brain can only understand the spelling of words and the pronunciation in one way, even if it's wrong. So my apologies for my inability to pronounce verdant or verdant. I will probably never be able to call it verdant or whatever it is. I will call it verdant or whatever I say. I will say it wrong. see a bunch of lines up here. How close are we getting to any of them? Right there. They're right there in front of our faces. So now we're just going to go straight down. This is cool. This red light. Alright, show us your trade stations. There's one right there, and that is very close. Yeah, let's go. I love these planets. It's less than a minute away. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I thought it was more flat ground. It's not really. I kind of wish there was an advantage to building more than one base. I also wish I was a good base builder. I'm clearly not. I just saw a shelter there. I have seen such neat designs in the thread on the Steam forums that I believe is titled "Show Us Your Bases," and people are dropping the neatest designs out there, and I'm just in complete awe of their imaginations. It's really impressive. And this is a case where I kind of wish the video game multiplayer aspect of it was worked a little better, or maybe also just wishing it was easier to find some people's stuff. I'd love to do a video that went around and splice it all together and do a video on visiting everybody's really cool designs. That would be really neat. Hostile Sentinels. Of course they're hostile. Sell your items. Let's sell these. And then let's go look at this stuff out here. Here comes a big pontoon one. It used to be that when you drop down on an extreme sentinel planet, if you left it for any reason, then the counter ended permanently as far as how much time you spent on an extreme sentinel planet. And so that was a giant pain. But this is great. I love this hauler, and it's an A class. 46. See, this is why I need to make money. Look at this. This is fantastic. A class, 46 slot. It's too short of max. I mean, you could just sit here and try to farm this guy. This is oh, and then what's that one up there? C41. Oh, well. That's also fantastic. 36 million? How much do I have? 20? Oh, he left. Darn it, I was going to go see what the price difference was. Wow. I'm going to have to write this down. This system, because that's a really nice hauler that I'd like to have, and it's already 2 of them have showed up. Which tells me that there's a pretty good shot at making an easy farm of this one. Something else that I don't think I'll actually show on the video unless people really want to see it is me farming for ships, because the easiest way to farm for a ship is to find a trade center like this one and then just log out and log back in, because as soon as you log in, about 8 ships are going to show up, and then you can check them real quickly, and if none of them are the one you want, then you just log back out and it resets. What is this big brainy looking? Oh, it looks like it's carrying its brain on its back. It's like half slug. What is that? Steals from others. Wow. Will I die to the blaze javelin? Yep. That's my killed predatory creature. I thought it might be a predator. That's a big predator, dude. On this planet, that thing eat you alive in 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see if I can get rid of this Geknip here. Wave hands dramatically. Oh, give units. Life form is clearly thrilled, and it gave me 6 nanite clusters. Quest dialect help. This is cheap. 10 units. The Viking are like, nah, 20 more died. You must kill things first. Get relic, request dialogue. Yes, you. Kicknip. Can I also get dialogue help from you? Yeah. Great. Okay. In that case, what do we have here? Oh, I have a Viking effigy. I have antimatter. Oh, I don't have any antimatter. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I got antimatter housing. There. That's cool, because that takes care of. Can I... Yep. It's going to take 2 of those. That's awesome. So that removes some space. Mordite microprocessors. Right. I'm not making the best use of my space here, am I? All this navigation data. Underwater protection module B. I've learned something about this. I'm going to install this because I learned that having 2 of these when you're doing the underwater stuff is actually pretty beneficial, because you can charge one and then charge the other. And when one runs out, you don't have to worry so quickly about dealing with it, because you have the other one as a backup. So I'm going to do that. This, let's see, technology module, salvaged technology, a beacon, sodium. Oh, I got a ton of sodium. I'm going to get rid of that. Condensed carbon, chromatic metal, which I'd like to. I don't need this dioxide. I'm going to hang on to the Viking effigy long enough to... I'm going to get rid of that navigation data. I really don't need that Mordite either. If the next planet we go to is Viking, then we'll get rid of that by giving it to him. And if we can't, then just something else. Alright, buy items. I'm going to buy suit items here. I think I have more room in my suit, so I should spend it on the most expensive stuff. And the reason I do this 5 at times is to maximize the slots, because my slots change and I don't like counting. So then I'm going to go next most expensive in the ship. This way I make sure every single slot is filled when I do it 5 at a time like this. I'm going to make a note of this place. What's the name on this system? Let's get into outer space. Sorry about this noise. I know this is really noisy. I hate going back to these videos and looking at stuff and seeing how noisy this is. It's one of those times that I kind of wish I had a little bit more professional studio setup here with a little bit better of a microphone system. So what is the name of this system? Tashoy Ritzy. Alright. See, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong too. Tashoy Ritzy. And this has a hauler, blue, and it's awesome. So that is that thing. Okay. Next system, please. Economy filter. We're in a red system. We need to go to an orange one. It would have been dumb. One thing I'd love to do someday is see how close some of these systems are. I've seen some before that are really, really close. Like they're entangled, basically. And like these 2 systems. And I wonder, can you just fly from one system to the other? How long would it take? Because I've never exited a system before. I've never tried to fly to the edge of it. I don't know what the game does when you do that. Like, look how close this system is. 8 light years. Oh, well, yeah, so I suppose you can't get there because it'd be a light year. You'd have to travel at the speed of light and it'd take a year. So it doesn't matter how close they are. Do your math, Holmes. I still haven't done that, though. I haven't still just pointed myself outside the the solar system instead. Try to get to the end of it. Try to fly past the last planet and see how far you can keep flying. Alright, high supply. This has got a great cell to it. All these systems are geck. But you saw the C-class version of that hauler was just in the $30 million range. Oh, and Polo wants to see us because he has shown up. This is what happens. So you never have to worry about pressing the scanner and trying to find him. He'll find you. When he decides that you've ignored him long enough, Polo will find you. So let's go. Oh, and here's the problem with visiting Polo right now. He's going to give us something. So I'm going to get rid of that Viking effigy. I can't put anything else on my freighter. I can get rid of this ammunition because I have 1,000. Because these two people will give us some tech. How was your trip? Tell a tale of action. Now, what else seems we want? Something is wrong with these universes, friend. Goodness fails. Hearts are hardened. We must find out why. Polo seems disappointed by the slow development of our friendship. Oh, lady, don't move so fast. They confide in me that although they care for Nada deeply, they fear they have become codependent in their exile. Polo does not see why they cannot still be friends with their old species, even if they wish to execute Polo and Nada as heretics. Why the need for violence? Polo encourages me to stop evil where I can, to make war against the pirates that plague so many systems. They hope to understand what drives us to do the things we do. Find data for Polo. So, oh, and he gives me a scatter blaster module. Can't walk up here because I'm an idiot. Report your progress to Polo. Would the outlaws hear reason, friend? Could you identify the seed of this violence? Transmit pirate data. No, they don't hear reason. Polo seems upset at the data I send through. They do not understand why all of this killing, all this bloodshed was necessary. They suggest that perhaps we will never understand. They offer me a technology. Turning away from the site, from my site. It is unclear if they blame me for what I had to do. Request. What do I want? Let's go with exosuit technology. Alright, now he's going to send me on his next mission. So what did I get here? I got thermal protection module A. And I have one right there. It's an S-class one. This is used for sub-zero environments. I have one. It's right there. This is a protection. This is an A-class thermal protection module. So I don't need this, and you can't sell these, so I'm getting rid of it. And a scatter blaster module I'm not going to use. So I just got two techs that I can't use. Alright, what are you going to do? I'm going to request resources to aid the exploration. Right. Transmit milestone data. And they give me a thermal protection mod and an underwater protection module B. This one is an underwater protection module. Backup lung replacement. Extreme air filter. Significant. S-class, this is just underwater, and this is underwater. So what is this? Underwater protection module B. Total value 140 units. Significant upgrade. Yeah, I'm not going to use it. I already have two. Oh, what the hell. Tell you what. I'll install it over here. There's three of them. That could keep you underwater for a long time. You just need a lot of ion batteries. A lot of, and what, let me be specific about that. It keeps you underwater a long time without having to recharge. That's the advantage of having more of those modules. That's all it is. It's just a matter of not wanting to recharge. Alright, let's go. This unknown planet is also dead. Activated indium. Oh. Okay, hold on. And dioxide. Does this system have indium in it then? We may be pausing here to build a base. Pausing our buying and selling at this location so that we can build a base. Here's why I want to put permanent mining things down so that I can find yet another way to get some chromatic metal instead of just having to buy it. Alright, give me a general spot and suit. That's 180,000 credits. The get. Browse missions. What do you got for me? Kill 2 predators. Kill 1 predators. Deliver an item, no. Take a photo on a tropical world, though. We can do that. Indium system. This is awesome. This is what I need to do with all the specialized systems that provide the things like cadmium and emerald and indium, because you always need those for hyperdrives, and you got to put those in every new ship that you come across. And this is another one of those things. Should I? Do any of these guys have freighters? Frigates, I mean, that... Nope. Okay, what do we have for planets here? Wait a minute, how many planets in the system? Just the one? So does that mean that there's, on this dead world down here, there's a... Actually, since there's only the one planet, it's got to be, right? It's got somewhere on the other side. It's over on the other side. It's over there. Just follow the looping lines. Hey, 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 hey. Out, 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 out. Dingus. Once you find the line, just turn, center yourself on the planet, and where is it? There's... Oh, there's the line still? It's still over there? Hostile ships are being stupid. You say that now. These guys will ditch as soon as I get into the atmosphere. 4 ships. Oh my goodness. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're still following me. Okay, that was new and interesting. I was saying a few episodes ago, I thought it'd be pretty interesting if they followed you to wherever you were going. Look at this planet. This thing is... There's the line. Three minutes out through a storm. I'm gonna exit. I don't have any desire to drive through the storm because I can't see anything. Oh, it always cracks me up when these ships burst into here like this. For heaven's sakes. There is a trading post on this planet, though. That's interesting. I was thinking from the description it didn't have an atmosphere, so it wouldn't have any. But that is not true. It does appear, however, to have some pretty wicked storms. It's got big, huge spikes you can fly into. Azure storms, yeah. Quite sure what that means, but it's not sounding friendly. Alright, 2 million for that, 6 million for that. Let's buy some stuff. Ooh, how much more room do I have? Just that much room. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Let's reach out to the next system then. And then we can take a little break. The galaxy center is in that direction. We require a yellow star. That's high supply, and there's one right there. It's got a bunch of planets. Do we have here? Is this planet dead? Oh no, fungal. Toxic. What do we have over here? It's purple. It's a human planet. Well then. Inside here, 22 million. Making a little bit of progress. We'll see what it is after I sell all this stuff. It should be over 30, I would think. So we're getting close enough to the point in time where we'd be able to purchase some kind of C-class hauler with more than 40 slots, which would be really ideal. And meanwhile, the exosuit continues to grow, which is awesome. And if I get a C-class hauler with 40 plus slots, then I'm going to completely empty out my exosuit, which is what I really should be doing. All this stuff in my exosuit that I'm not using while I'm trading, all this junk up here, really should be stored somewhere. But we had a little storage problem a couple episodes ago, and I haven't spent any time trying to see if that's fixable, and I didn't check it when I logged back in this time, so I still don't know if it's going to fix itself. It was pretty disappointing. I need to flag that video before I upload it, so that I know which one it is, because it'd be one of those things that I really like to point to Hello Games and say, hey. Oh, so this looks like another. What is this? That planet is Paradise Planet. So it's 1100 KS away. And that one over there is 4,000. It says it's 6 minutes away. Which one is closer? And this one says what? Alright. It's 16 minutes away if I turn the turbo on. So we're going to go to the closer one. There's 2 in this system. That's kind of amazing. Human planet. Well, let's go give it a run here. Warp cells. See, and then I'm hanging on to other stuff like magnetized ferrite, exosuit, high capacity. I'm just not making very efficient use of all my slots for trading. Where is that trade post? It's over here. This is a neat planet. It's got those big shelves up there. That trade post is 6 minutes away, so here we go. This is one of those just beautiful Earth-like planets with the pretty grass and trees and sentinels that probably want to eat you. Let's see. Let's get some steep hillsides. It's kind of cool. Like that, yeah, they're aggressive. Boy, a bunch of rolling flat ground and stuff here, rolling hills. This is pretty. This would be a fun planet to run across. Right. Okay, I'm gonna sell these. Let's see which one is gonna produce the most money for selling. Probably this, and then this, and then this. All right, then I'm gonna go save the game, and we're gonna come back on the next episode. Let's see where we're at money-wise. 30 million credits. So we're getting close to being able to take on and purchase a C-class hauler with a lot of slots. Alright, folks, as always, if you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.